Well, Dan, good to catch up. How are you settling into life for your second spell?
Yeah, brilliant. Obviously, when I first come, we'd had a couple of good results, and then obviously dipped down a little bit Saturday, so it was disappointing. But I'm sure it'll be a successful season, so no worries.
You were short of pre-season, really, if we're being honest, when you came here. Were you? You hadn't had that many games pre-season because of the move. Are you kind of feel you're getting up to speed now?
Yeah, obviously, pre-season's something that I wouldn't have wanted to miss. It goes a long way during the season, I think. But now 2 or 3 games now under my belt, and I think a couple more and I'll be back to where everybody else is at now. So no problems.
It's early days, isn't it? But 5 games in, 3 defeats, obviously a disappointing start in many ways.
Yeah, I think that there's obviously a lot to work on, but the gaffer and everyone's aware, and us as players on the training pitch, we're putting a lot of hard work in, as are the gaffer and guards, and I've got no issues whatsoever that we'll be successful. It's just a matter of putting it together, and whenever that clicks, it will be successful. I've no issues.
The one aspect the gaffer sort of majored on really after the game at Salford was he didn't like the way heads went down after the second goal. He mentioned that several times during his post-match interview. I mean, presumably as a squad you've got to think, well, we've got to do a bit better than that.
Yeah, obviously, I think that Saturday will be a massive learning curve. Going in at half-time, we'd spoke between us as players about how important the start of the second half will be, so it was disappointing, but for all of us it will be a learning curve and something that we can learn from. I think looking back, I think we had them on the ropes on Saturday. I think had we scored the penalty it would have been a different game, but that's no, what's it to Joe? He'll get 20 goals this season 100%, and you look back at that and it'll be nothing to him, so we'll be successful.
Having played in it, this is a good league now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this year it's even stronger than it was last year. I think there's a few more teams that will be up at the top end competing, and us having a young squad, we'll have to put a lot of hard work in. But since I've been here, that's what the club's based on. The gaffer puts so much work into the opposition and into us and how we play, and I can't see there being any problems.
On to this weekend then, of course, Bank Holiday weekend, double-header, 2 games in 3 days, starting off here against Alfreton. Go to Brackley on Monday, which obviously they're flying at the moment.
Yeah.
Need to take something from this one, really, the first one.
Yeah, that's a good thing about this league as well. Obviously, it's been a long wait from Saturday. Usually it's Saturday, Tuesday, but it's been a long wait to put things right. But that's what we've worked on all week. We've been doing double sessions, and we want to put things right. So hopefully, I can't see there being any problems as to why we can't go and get 6 points, and that's what we'll be aiming for. So hopefully we can climb up that seat up the table.
Alfreton come here with a very similar record to yourselves, really.
Yeah, obviously being at Alfreton, a lot has changed there now this season. So again, there'll be a new squad, and you can see from a lot of the teams that have been put together in the summer that everybody's still trying to make things tick at the minute. But I think very similar to ourselves that once we can get things going, we'll be all right.
Yes, there wouldn't be too many faces left there now, would there, from your days?
No, I don't think there's many that all know. So there'll be no friends I'll be playing against or nothing. So yeah, like I say, we'll be going into the bank holiday weekend hoping we can get 6 points, as we do every game. We want to win every game, so we've got to aim high.
There was a manager telling me not long ago that such is the strength of Vanarama North now that really you could equate it to what League 2 would have been, say, 8, 9, 10 years ago. It really is that much stronger now.
Yeah, obviously, like you come across players that move up the leagues, and you still talk to them, and going from what other people say, that non-league now I think has changed, and I think it is such a strong league. This league and the conference, and maybe, like you said, put League 2 into it, and there's not a great deal of difference between the standard of players and teams, so yeah, it's a strong league.
And you see someone like, even here, Joel Taylor, who was at Stoke and then comes here because he thinks this is the place to rebuild his career, so obviously doesn't have any sort of stigma of dropping down to Vanarama North.
No, but I think that's a credit to this club as well. Young players can see what's happened with Arthur, I think was here last year, and Elton and Joe, and the players are coming here and making a name for themselves, and I think that goes a long way into recruiting other young players. And I think Charles done brilliant his first few games that he's been here.
A final point, how's it changed here since you were last here?
Not a great deal, to be fair. Still some of the old staff, Matty, and it's a lot of the people in the offices are still the same, so it's nice to see some friendly faces and that. But a lot has changed on the footballing side. I think the philosophy of the way that the football's played now, you can see the gaffer likes to get it down and play, and like I say, I think that when people will buy into it, not buy into it, but when people get to grips with it, and players that have played different systems, and once it ticks, it'll tick well, hopefully.